You can even join with me if you want to. You want to sit next to me? Because Melanie is going to be running the show, so we can be together. You want? Hello, everybody. Mike here. Just a quick reminder, we're going to start the session with Melenie Hibbert, who will be talking about how to release stress and get rid of the anxiety, or the opposite, I should say. So she will share 5 strategies. It's going to be her flagship framework. So I would like to invite you for that. I just dropped the link in the description of this live. So just click the link. It will take you straight to Zoom, where we will be having our session in just 5 minutes. So do that. If you're going to miss the session, but you still want to see it, I recommend to go to School of Self-Mastery. Later, I will drop the link below in the comments where we will share the replay from Melanie's session, and you can see her example. You can give her some feedback, or you can just, have a look how she did that, because all of you should pretty much do the flagship frameworks as well. Okay, so I hope to see you there, or if not, then take care and see the replay. Hello, everybody. I'm just waiting for people to come in for the session and the Zoom that starts just right now. I just wanted to take the last moment and send you the last reminder. The session starts right now, and you will get 5 instant strategies how to de-stress and release anxiety. So definitely come and join us on Zoom, or just tune in to the session over here. It will be streamed to our School of Self-Mastery. So if you don't have a chance to join us on Zoom, you can also join over here. And we would appreciate all the comments and feedback for Melanie. So do that. You can use the link that I just shared over here. It will take you straight to Zoom. Or if not, then stay here in Facebook, and I will be checking out on you and your comments, and make sure that Melanie gets your feedback as well. So let's jump into it and find out how we can de-stress and get rid of that anxiety. I definitely need that session. Comfortable? Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, Lucy. Hello, Sally. Hello, Abnas. Here's Melanie. I was just giving the last reminders on Facebook, so everybody can join us. Hello, Melanie.
Morning.
The woman of
Morning, Nadia.
I'm excited to see.
I know. Oh.
You have no idea, Melanie, how much we need your tips.
Good
Well,
morning.
I was reading. I was like, good morning.
Hi,
Wow.
Mel.
Hi.
Hi, Mike. I'm excited for her.
Excited for me.
Yeah, I tell you guys, we've been working all day today, recording a course for the kiddos, and Nadia was just like on the last line, and she's so So brave. She's so tired. You know, it was like what, 8 hours, 9 hours straight of doing videos and stuff. So
Wow, that's hard going.
you know what? It's like we're really spreading ourselves thin over here.
Yeah, that's hard going.
This morning. So after meeting, hey Nico, after meeting we straight on to the video shooting and everything, and I just feel like there's no rest in between, just to go out and have a walk or anything.
Yeah, I can imagine that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And Nadia, congrats on your mill hit. Your mill plus
Yeah.
hit.
Look at you, viral superstar.
Nice superstar. Crazy. I don't even know how that happened. I never had any intention of hitting any millions or even 100,000. But right now it's 4.6 million. So crazy.
And is that on TikTok or Instagram?
It's Instagram. They also
Instagram. That's right. Yeah. Because it's like that's what you were saying, Mike, about Instagram doing the.
Exactly.
Man, look at you go. That's amazing.
Very good.
I want to see the video now. I need to go and find the video. See
I saw it.
I haven't seen it. I don't really do Instagram too great, but I
Neither
definitely
do
need to
I,
go
but
and
I hopped on.
search it. Is it under what's it under? The Aman Center, or is it your name?
This is Nadia's private account, right?
Okay. All right. I'm going to follow you and find it.
He had dropped a link, so you just click on the link and it just takes you right to the video.
Okay.
It was nothing like big or anything. It was like a funny day, like fun stuff that I was doing. I was just trying out the first video and just went off.
I'm just connecting us to Facebook, guys, so you can just take a moment to chat, and the moment we're going to go live, then we can move on, okay, with the topic.
Okay. Okay, so where did you said, Dion, you said they dropped a link. Where did you drop the link? Because I never saw a link for the
so
video.
the link is in the groups, and I also sent the information on Messenger.
I got mine from through Messenger.
Oh, do me a favor. Can you just send it to me again, please? Because I don't recall seeing it. I'm pretty good at finding things, but I don't recall seeing that one. I saw the whole viral thing, but I missed the link somehow.
I just wanted to remind you guys that when you're doing external link for the event on Facebook, that link is already embedded in the button on Facebook. So whoever is going to go to the event and click the blue button, that they will be taken to Zoom directly. Yeah. Right. So all you need to do is really share the link to the event. You don't even have to have a Zoom link.
That sweet little baby with you there, Nicole.
Okay.
Gorgeous.
We're gonna go live. Put your makeup on. And we're live on Facebook, guys. I'm gonna admit some other people over here. All right, great to see everyone here and everybody on Facebook. Hello, 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 guys. This is going to be another session for School of Self-Mastery. And today we're going to have a special guest, Melenie Hibbert. Hello, Melanie.
Hello.
Good to have you here. So I'm very, very, very excited about this session because we just had a little chat just before we went live. That we are all so in need of these strategies to de-stress and release that anxiety, because it's just overwhelming all the time. Every single day something happens, you know, that will just mess up the day. And if you don't really have these strategies, then you know your productivity goes down and everything just not work the way it's supposed to. And sometimes I catch myself, you know, like thinking about, oh my God, I'm supposed to do this and this and this and that, and I just don't even have a habit to do it anymore because I just already feel depressed, you know. And and I realized when I read Melanie's headline, 5 instant strategies, right? Release the anxiety, release the stress. I'm like, yes, that's what I need. And I bet a lot of people here in School of Self Mastery and other places that will be tuning in have the same problem. So without a further ado, guys, I wanted to give the microphone to Melanie. She will share a little bit about herself, so I don't really have to introduce her much. I just want to say that I'm very, very proud of her progress, because she did the whole flagship framework, and it was really great to be a part of it and help her out. But other than that, she already have an established program in Mastermind, the Mindful Gym, is it?
Yes, yeah, Magnificent Gym, Mind Gym, yeah.
So don't think that she's just starting. She is actually an expert in mindfulness for quite some time, and she can look at this from many different perspectives, because not only she's practitioner, but she's also a teacher and she's also a mom, right? So she looks at these like mindful strategies from a perspective of these different roles, which makes her even a better expert for us. So let's welcome Melenie Hibbert.
Hi, everybody. That was such a wonderful introduction, Mike. I appreciate that. So because I'm mindful of time, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go straight in and share my screen and start the presentation, because everything's in there. So I need to share sound and go for that one. All right, tell me if you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can see you.
Wonderful. Oh, there we go. All right, yep, you can see me. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen. By the way, guys, before Melanie starts, I strongly recommend to use the chat. I will be helping out from behind the scene over here. So if you have any questions or you want to repeat something or whatever else, just put it in the chat and I'll be communicating back and forth with Melanie. So other than that, you can have your microphone muted, okay? So we can have clear audio from Melanie, okay? Thank you so much.
Brilliant. So you can see my screen and you can see me, because I can only see my screen.
Yes, we can see both, you and the screen.
All right. Fantastic. All right, so here we go. 5 mindful strategies to instantly de-stress and release anxiety so you can power through your week. So as Mike said, first of all, congratulations on taking action and being here. So I'm Melenie Hibbert, and I'm a parent, a teacher, and a coach, and for the last few years, a mindfulness practitioner. And that last part came about because of the challenges I faced throughout my parenting life, teaching career, and just life in general, okay? But before I get into all of that, I'd like you to stay with me till the end to get your bonus, which are these mindful strategy flashcards. And each of these strategies I will be going through during this session. So these will be little handy go-to tools for you to refer back to after we finished, okay? So, as I was saying, having a young baby and just starting my teaching career was a challenge.
And doing, yeah, if you could just like move a little bit your I'm guessing your chat, right? Your chat box.
Me?
Yeah.
Can you see my chat box? Okay, let me take that down.
As a square on a screen. So.
All right, let me move that. Okay, so can you manage the chat for me then?
No worries. Yeah? No worries. So
all right, brilliant.
That we need to hear, I'll definitely.
That was the only way I could see the chat. So if I can't see it, then I'll have to ask you to do that for me. If that's okay. Yeah. All right. So as I was saying, so doing all of my studying for my teaching degree, marking, lesson prep, etc. at night, after my daughter has gone to bed, getting up early, doing what I need to get done before she wakes up. And when she wakes up, as you know, the day becomes focused on your children. So the challenges in school, teaching, managing my students' needs, striving to be the best teacher I can be, school politics, hidden biases and agenda, all of that stuff. It all just became a lot to deal with. So that's when I began my self-development journey and began to empower my own mindset and way of thinking. I discovered tools and strategies that I could use to not only get me through the week, but take me to the next level. And the results were so impactful on me that I wrote a book and I began to teach it to my children, their parents and the staff at school. And they too noticed the difference that these simple tools made in their lives in the moment and in so many other ways. So these 5 mindful strategies, they work together and can also be used individually to help you to de-stress and release anxiety in the very moment that you feel it, and notice that stressed and anxious feeling coming on. Sometimes we don't even notice that we are stressed and anxious until we are in the depths of despair. But as you practice these strategies, your awareness of how you feel develops, and you can catch yourself before the feeling takes hold and takes you down that never ever ending road. So these strategies, they will allow you to instantly to release the anxiety, to regroup and recenter yourself, enabling you to recalibrate, re-energize, and power on through the rest of your day in a more focused and positive way, re-establishing a sense of control, confidence, and self-power to do what you need to do. So as we become more centered, more focused and energized, we are able to show up positively for ourselves, for our children, for our family, and lead by example. We are our children's first and continuous teachers, and to enable them to thrive, as parents, we too must thrive, not just survive. So that being said, I'd like to give you a brief introduction of what is mindfulness, the benefits that the practice of mindfulness can bring, and then into the 5 mindful strategies that you can use to instantly de-stress and release anxiety so you can power through your week. So the practice of mindfulness is all about observing the thoughts for exactly what they are, thoughts. By being mindful, you begin to realize that your thoughts do not define you. They simply are. By observing your thoughts in this detached manner, you can begin to disassociate from them and let go of stress and anxiety. Mindfulness really means to live in the moment, and it's really that simple. Being mindful means paying attention to all those little details. It means focusing on the here and now 100%. It's not about multitasking or trying to do 2 things at once. So in essence, it's counterintuitive to what most of us have been taught. Our society is used to multitasking, and it's become a way of life. And when you multitask, you do not live in the moment. And a practice like mindfulness is all about living in the moment, focusing on the here and now. There is something really peaceful and beautiful about taking a few minutes to breathe deeply, or taking a few moments to just sit and admire a sunset. I do like that picture. Mm-hmm. So the benefits of mindfulness, these are just some of the things that you can, that the benefits will bring to you, such as increasing your empathy, lower blood pressure, improve memory, reduce stress and anxiety, improve resilience and confidence, improve skillful communications, release endorphins, feel-good chemicals, give insight and inspiration, and so many more. This is just a little clip of the benefits that the practice of mindfulness brings. So we experience life by how we feel. However, we have the power to choose how we feel, therefore choose how we experience life. Events and situations can trigger emotions that impacts the way we experience life, but we don't have to be reactors to what we observe based on a knee-jerk emotional response. We can choose to respond to what we observe based on a choice of how we want to feel. We have the power to choose, and developing a mindfulness practice helps us to tap into our choices and helps us to use our power to choose how we feel. So let's begin. So the first mindful strategy that I'd like to bring to you is the power of the breath. Often taken for granted, but it is the most powerful tool we have, our breath. There are many benefits to establishing a deep breathing practice. And when you think about it, breathing is one of the most powerful resources that you can tap into because it's the basis of all life, your life force. So deep breathing is a great way to alleviate stress and anxiety with a variety of techniques that can be used. Some of the benefits of breathing deeply: helps expand our awareness of yourself and the world, increases oxygenation and blood circulation, helps release emotional problems, can release physical pain and accelerated healing, slow down your brain waves, can bring about a state of peace and euphoria. Okay, so the strategy that I'm going to do for you today is called the 4-7-8 cleansing breath. Okay, so I'd like you all to do this with me. So if you can just get comfortable in your seat, and before we go into it, I just want you to take a check of how you currently feel. Just notice how you currently feel. And once you're aware of that, this 4-7-8 breath, what we do is we breathe in for 4 deeply into our diaphragm. We're going to imagine a balloon inflating below your ribcage and into your belly. And then we're going to hold our breath for 7 seconds. And then we're going to blow out our breath, breathing out through your mouth like you're blowing through a straw for 8 seconds to deflate your balloon. And we're going to do this 4 times. Okay, so that's breathing in for 4, holding your breath for 7, and then blowing out like you're blowing through a straw for 8. Okay, so check in how you feel. Just notice how you feel right now. And then when you're ready, we're going to start. All right. Breathe in for 4. Hold your breath for 7. And then blow out for 8. And do it again. You can close your eyes if you want to. So that's breathing in for 4. Hold your breath for 7. And blow out like you're blowing through a straw. And again, breathe in for 4. Hold it for 7. And blow out for 8. Last time, breathe in for 4. Hold it for 7. And blow out for 8. How do you feel? Now, you would normally spend a few minutes reflecting on what this experience was like for you. And then you could answer the questions on the observation sheet. Now, I know you haven't got that, but that is what I'm going to give you. Or simply note them down. Now, remember that there are no right or wrong experiences to have when being mindful. So can I ask you to just put how you feel in the comments box for me, just very quickly? How was that for you? And Mike, could you tell me if there's any responses? That would be fantastic.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna keep an eye on chat box. So let's give it a moment. So we have, yeah, I already feel a difference. Lucy said. Sally said, I feel fantastic.
Haha, brilliant.
Sally said, feel more in control. Dion says, relaxed. Thanks, Melanie.
That's beautiful. So as I said, this is what I call the cleansing breath. And this breath is what I do when I'm moving into anything, when I'm starting a session with my children. I teach my kids to do this as well. It's a quick, easy, just lets everything go in that moment. And you notice that shift straight away. And if you haven't felt it after 4, you can repeat and do like 4, 6, 8 until it gets to where you are. But I often know that 4 gives that shift immediately. So I'm glad that you felt that. All right, so moving on.
If I can just say one thing, maybe it will inspire some other response over here. Like for myself, I feel like when I'm counting, you know, it makes a whole difference, because breathing itself is one thing, but the counting helps. I don't know if you actually feel the same, anybody else, but I tried both. and it makes a huge difference for me.
Yeah, I can understand that, because you're using your mind to count the numbers and breathe at the same time, so it stops any other thoughts from coming in whilst in the process of doing that. It helps with that focus, so that's really good. All right, so thank you guys for your responses. So moving on now to our second mindful strategy, and this builds on from the first one, and it's a simple breathing meditation. Okay, we're going to focus on our breath. So we're going to move straight into it. Again, just taking note of where you feel. Now, you would have felt a shift from the last one to this one. So hopefully you'll still get a sense of how this feels, okay? So again, once again, get into a comfortable position. And this time, close your eyes and take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out. So we're going to breathe in and out, allowing your breath to find its natural rhythm. And as you breathe, notice where you feel your breath. Perhaps you feel it as the air comes into your nostrils, in the movement of your chest, your diaphragm, or anywhere else. Just pay attention to your breath. And notice if your mind has wandered and where it has wandered to. Do this with no judgment. It's normal for our mind to wander. Acknowledge where your mind is, where it's wandered to, again with no judgment. Be kind to yourself. No need for why am I thinking about this or that. Just acknowledge where your mind has gone, and then let go of the distraction. It's just a thought. And there's no need to add other thoughts to join that thought and create stories, either past or future. Just let go of the distraction. And then redirect your attention back to your breath. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Notice where you're feeling your breath sending oxygen to every cell in your body, from your head to your toes. Breathing in, out. Just relaxing into your breath. Once again, your mind has wandered. Just notice where it's gone. Acknowledge it. Let it go. And come back to your breath. Just feel your breath. Filling every cell in your body with oxygen, with love and light. Breathing in and out. When you're ready, just open your eyes. How do you feel?
Okay, let's give it a go, guys, in the chat. You can say your thoughts, your feelings, and in the meantime, I want to ask you, Melanie. I was wondering, do you have any recommendation for your hands? What do you do with your hands when you do that?
Hands, just you sit comfortably, rest them on your side, on your lap, or beside you. It's whatever feels comfortable for you. There's no like set position of where it should be. It's you're in your place of comfortable. Also, as I said, these strategies can be done wherever. So you could well be standing. You could be standing in a supermarket needing to take a breath. You could do this with your eyes open. So it's not about body position. It's about comfortability for you. Whatever feels comfortable, whatever works best for you. There's no right and wrong experiences to have, or no right and wrong of doing it. It's what works for you.
Any variations for the children of this?
Exactly the same process. Exactly the same. They do it exactly the same way. Just get them to breathe in and breathe out, concentrating on their breath, noticing where they feel it. Often you can describe it in ways of, the breathing, like I said, inflating a balloon and deflating the balloon, those sort of things that they can make reference to, but it's exactly the same, and it works just as beautifully with the children. Clear. Any feedback in the chat?
Yes.
Okay, so what do we have here? What do we feel? Relaxed, more focused, pure, and my face is smiling by its own. The focus is more about where I am and what I'm doing.
Beautiful.
Nap time, free zone space.
Beautiful, absolutely fantastic. That is what I call a wonderful experience. Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay.
One more question, if it's okay.
Yep. Yes, of course.
I wanted to ask about the breathing. Do you use only nose or nose and mouth or both?
Breathing in and out through your nose or your mouth. Again, they work both as comfortable. What is the easiest one for you? I find though breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth is a nice kind of circular chain that allows that to go, allows it to flow through nicely. But there's no hard and fast rules. Yeah, that's what I would say in that particular breath. It's just focusing on the breath. There are other ways, I'm giving you the most simple things and not thinking about having to think about the nose and mouth elements and that kind of thing, or other elements. I just want you to breathe, just breathe deeply, feel it, notice it. And then as you go deeper into your practice, you can then learn about the different ways of breathing through your nose or through your mouth.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's it, definitely. I'm just asking because as an engineer, I go into details.
I'm giving you simple strategies that you can use, go to without having to think about the mechanics of it, but just go into it and do it and feel the relief straight away. And as you get deeper into your practices, then when you start to look at the different techniques even further, that can take you to the next level as well. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. So our third mindful strategy that I'd like to bring to you is about worry, and how worry is a complete waste of your time and energy. So this is the worry exercise. And when you start practicing mindfulness, you begin to realize that worrying is a complete waste of your time and energy. And if you find yourself becoming worried, then stop and be present in the moment. Now, I know it's easy to say stop, but you'll see. If you're worrying when you are not present, if you're worrying, then you are not present in the moment. You're likely to be in the future or the past, but you're definitely not in the present. So I would like you to try this exercise the next time you feel the panic of worrying taking over. All right, we're ready to do this? So I'm going to ask you to actively worry, okay? So I want you to find something to worry about. I'm sure you've all got something that you could worry about if you was to give it your full attention. So I want you to give it your full attention to that thought and start thinking about it in detail. So close your eyes, find that thing to worry about, think about it in detail. Every little part of it. what's going to happen? What do you think that outcome's going to be? Just feel that. Notice. Notice any physical changes that occur in your body. Notice if there's a change in your breathing or your facial expressions or your muscles. Worrying about that thing in deep details, giving it your full attention. Now stop. Stop worrying now. Stop, open your eyes and stop. Now, the first thing you probably noticed as you are actively worrying is the fact that this exercise makes you feel like crap. Would you agree with that? So what we're going to do now is an antidote to worry. So I want you to turn the tables by taking the issue that you were worried about and imagine it going exactly as you want it to go. So close your eyes. And once again, that thing that you was worrying about, imagine it going exactly as you want it to go. Exactly. Give it your full attention and start thinking about it in detail. The exact outcomes that you want, the exact feelings that you want to feel when you get that outcome. Notice, just bring it all into being, bring the whole thing into your imagination, into your mind, see the whole thing coming out exactly how you want it to be. Just play it all out in your mind. See it, feel it. Now notice if there's any changes, any physical changes that are occurring in your body, such as your breathing, your facial expressions. Just keep seeing it being exactly as you want it to be. Notice how you feel. So after completing this exercise, you probably noticed a dramatic difference between the way each one made you feel. And you can practice this mindful strategy by taking that step back when you feel worrying creeping in and picture the situation or condition going the way you want it to be or resolving itself naturally. It's a much better feeling than stress and anxiety. And sooner than later, mindfulness will become your natural response. So I'm going to ask you again, if you could just comment in the chat box, how did that exercise make you feel? Is there any comments in the chat box?
Yes, the first one is from me. I wrote down it gave me hope. I feel like
It gave you hope.
Gave me hope. Like there are chances that it will be. I mean, there are high chances and probability that your life will definitely go how you want it to, because you're attracting it and so on, right?
Yes.
Hope is definitely how I feel right.
Hope is an amazing feeling to have. It's on the par of optimism and just knowing that things are going to work out for you or getting into that vibration. So that is fantastic that it brought hope. That's brilliant. Any others?
And we also have feeling great from Sally. And Lucy said, makes me feels happy. Leon mentioned before pressured, after solution focused, empowered.
Love that one. I love that one. Solution focused. So we got hope and solution focused and empowered. Fantastic. Happy. Excellent. It's all real great positive feelings that you can build on. You can build and lift that vibration. So that is brilliant. Any more before I move on?
For myself, I would just add to it, like I feel inspired and ready to action, you know?
Hey, brilliant. Oh, I don't know if you can, because I can't see myself and I can't see you guys, so I'm just looking at my screen. But I got a huge grin on my face. I hope you can see that. You know, I think that is amazing. That's amazing. All right, so keeping an eye on time, I think we're doing quite well. So I'm going to move on now to our fourth mindful strategy, and that is, where's your special quiet place? Okay, so I'm going to ask you to think about your special quiet place, a place that you can go to in your mind that just brings peace and calm. So it could be anything. It could be on a beach. It could be, you could have a special room in your house. It could be a wonderful location that you've been to before. Anywhere, anywhere. It could even be somewhere imaginary. You might like to go to space and imagine going into space and feeling the peace out there. A lot of my children do that. Never been to space, but space is their special quiet place. So where's your special quiet place? I'd like to think about that and bring that into your mind. Okay, so once again, I'm going to ask you to get comfortable, sit in any which way, try and keep a straight back if you can, but just get comfortable. And then bring to mind your special quiet place. And to close your eyes and imagine that you are there. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now look to the left, and what do you see? Breathe in and out. And look to the right, and what do you see? Breathe in and out. Just walk around and explore your special quiet place. Observe every detail. What does it smell like? What sounds do you hear? Touch something. What does it feel like? Breathe in. Breathe in. Hmm. Just notice everything in your special, quiet place. Using all of your senses. What you see, what you hear, what you feel, what you smell. Maybe you can even taste something, depends on where you are. Deep breath in and out. And when you're ready, come back from your special quiet place. Slowly open your eyes. In and out. How do you feel? Now, for me, I didn't want to stop. I wanted to continue and stay in that flow and stay in my special place and just enjoy and bask in that space. It's just, I can still, as much as my eyes are open, I've still got that special place just all around me. Yeah, how do you feel? Just put it in your comments, let me know.
All right, the comments are flying in. I feel grateful with the great feeling of freedom and richness. For me, so that was from Sally. Ellie said, for me, it was back underwater, scuba diving. It is so calm and beautiful underwater.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Shika mentioned really refreshing. We also shared like our quiet place was actually standing on the bridge on Langkawi, where you can see that one of the oldest rock formations in the world, and the sky connecting with the blue ocean and the horizon.
Oh, that sounds gorgeous. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Dion said, exercise made me realize I haven't been into my quiet place for a long time. I'm going to have a look at the Facebook as well, because we have some viewers on Facebook. Pauline said, my place has huge tree in the center of a flowing river. The flow is gentle and the sound of the, oh wait, something's blocking you. And the sound of it on the pebbles makes me feel relaxed. The sun is warm on my skin and the water cool on my feet. I am surrounded by fields of different crops and mountains in the distance. There is a small wooden bench under the tree. I can sit there with my feet in the water and listen to the birds. It's a great place to feel replenished.
Didn't you just go there with her? Didn't you, with that description, didn't you just go to that place with her? It's just, oh, wow.
You have space for two on that bench, Pauline?
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Brilliant. Love that. Just need to take a moment just to take that in. I don't want to rush through this present moment because that was awesome.
Yeah, Gilles also mentioned it's good state. It's good state. Yes, Pauline said that we can come to her bench. That's okay.
Yes. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm just honoring those thoughts, those feelings, that space.
Jill says, my special place is on my couch. This special place facing the beach and a sandbar here in BC.
Lovely, lovely. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I'm so glad that you've had such a positive experience from that strategy. That is brilliant. I'm still basking in those responses. It feels amazing. Okay. All right. So moving on to the fifth and final mindful strategy that I have for you. And that is to set your intentions based on how you want to feel. Now, I'm quite certain that many of you know about setting intentions or creating your intentions for what it is that you want to accomplish. Yeah. We know that a good way to start every day is to set your intentions for the day, but as well as for each segment of the day. And this is called segment intending. And as I said previously, we experience life based on how we feel. So when we are setting our intentions, it should be based on how we want to feel and not just on what we want to accomplish for the day. Setting intentions based on feelings, i.e., I'm going to find the joy in all moments of my day, or I'm going to find the ease in all moments of my day. Raising your vibrations to go through your day in that energy means it will be at the forefront of your consciousness. And when we encounter challenging situations, which will actually be less often as our point of attraction will now be on a higher frequency, we are able to respond to the situation in a way that maintains the energy vibration we have been on throughout the day. So, segment intending is just like setting your intentions for the day. However, this applies to each different segment of the day. A way for this strategy to be applied is, for example, say you have a meeting coming up that you would normally get anxious about. Set your intentions on how you want to feel during this meeting. Visualize the way and the outcome you want for this meeting, and then step into that energy and vibration. Then go have your meeting focused on the feeling and the energies that you have just cultivated. I hope that makes sense. So let's try it now, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to just set intentions. We're at different parts of the day. Some of you may be at the beginning. For me, it's 8 a.m. We started this at 8 a.m. So I'm just starting my day. For some, you may be finishing your day. So therefore you want to set your intentions for perhaps tomorrow, that kind of way, okay? So what I'm going to ask you to do again is, once again, just get comfortable, close your eyes, and just think about the intentions, about how you want to feel going through the rest of your day or tomorrow. What feelings? If you would like to experience joy in every moment of the day, perhaps joy is too far a feeling to reach for. So perhaps it's, I just want to feel good. I just want to feel happy. I just want to feel excited or interested or enjoyment. What feeling do you want to feel as you go through your day? And even though you're thinking about what it is that you need to accomplish, say you have an activity that you need to do or a task, how do you want to feel doing that activity? Let's put that in place. If you have a meeting or a situation, just think about what intentions or your feelings that you would like to have during that process. I want to smile today as often as I can. I want to feel the happiness and the joy in each of those moments. I want to feel pleased with the work that I am doing. I want to have great conversations with the people that I encounter. I want to make somebody else smile today. I want to feel good in the moments of the day. I want to feel peaceful and relaxed as I go through my day. I want to feel contentment and satisfaction as I move through my day. I want to feel empowered and blessed and be a blessing to others around me as I move through my day. Breathe in to those thoughts, to those intentions. Just hold those energies in your vibration. Just let all of them roll through. Okay, take a deep breath in and out. Open your eyes. How do you feel? So again, if you could just write comments in the comment box, or make a note of it. There are no right or wrong experiences when you're having a mindful experience. Just tell me, how did that feel? Setting your intentions based on how you want to feel.
Okay, so we're gonna wait for you guys to type in the comments. Please share whether those were feelings or just your thoughts. Share anything over here in the comments so I can share with everybody else. And in the meantime, I just wanted to say that this is such an eye opener for me, because we just actually had the opposite version today. We set the intention in the very morning, but our intention, we're all focused on the goal that we wanted to achieve, and it really didn't go well for us. Like we ended up very
It's a shift,
frustrated, and
at the end of the day, you think you want to achieve it, and then it's just not worth it,
Yeah.
Like all of this for nothing.
Even though we worked hard and we did a lot of stuff, but the feeling at the end of the day was like, why did we do it again?
Yeah, see, and this is the thing, we've learned about setting intentions, but always on the goal, always on what it is that we accomplish. And it's, we never really focus on how we feel or how we want to feel. And my mantra is that we experience life based on how we feel. Yeah. So if you, at the end of the day, did all of that and just felt rubbish, then you spent a day feeling rubbish. Yeah, that whole 24 hours has not been a good experience, that feeling. And the thing is, what we feel is what we attract. It becomes our point of attraction. We get more of that, those thoughts and those feelings, we get more of that coming into us, that we're attracting that to us. So raising our vibrations and thinking about really being conscious about how we want to feel shifts everything. It shifts everything that comes to us. It shifts how we experience things. It shifts it's just a game changer for me. I believe that when we focus on how we feel and feeling good in every moment, we bring more of that good feeling to us. We bring more of it. More inspiration comes to us, more ideas, more next level thoughts that comes to us. We're just open to all of the goodness that is out there, and we allow our stream of abundance to flow to us. Now that's a constant thing that we keep working on, keep moving. We're going to have those moments, but awareness brings it all back to us. When we are aware that we want to know how we want to feel, we're conscious of how we feel, when we're aware of that, it keeps bringing it back to our forefront in our mind. it becomes the key focus on what we want to do. And then everything that we do, it feels good. And we can want to keep doing more of it because we're in that good feeling space.
Amazing.
If
I'm
that
really
makes
here,
sense.
yeah, definitely. It's like I said, an eye opener, not just for me. Shika just mentioned here, I so need to do this more often. Makes sense. I feel that I'm walking and not running for change. I agree. It's an eye-opening. It should not be a goal-oriented, but feeling-oriented. Sally mentioned no. Wait, because it's flying the comments up front here. No words can describe my feelings. Intention is the power of God. I feel the transformation.
That's beautiful.
We
That's
experience
absolutely beautiful.
by how we feel. That's from Lucy. Thank you for this presentation. I needed this today, especially oddly enough, I decided to do something today because of what I love to do and not because of what I need to do for my business. Good job, Lucy. We all
excellent. Yeah, that is excellent. That is absolutely excellent. All right.
Here, very different because my feeling tends to be tied into accomplishment and not how I want to feel. Doing this exercise, I got a breakthrough to my lead magnet because I went in a free zone. Thanks, Melanie. I'm just gonna have a yes, take it in, Melanie, take it in.
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I love it when people feel the shift, when they notice, and then it's that realization of like, I actually have power. I do have control. I can control how I feel. I can control how I respond. That light bulb moment when it comes on and they notice the shift. Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome for me. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Sorry. Here from Facebook, Gilles mentioned that he's feeling peaceful and relaxed and actually would go to sleep. This exercise that is a great reminder. And from Pauline, set my intention and believe in myself. I can feel differently and it's within my control to make change. Thank you, Melanie, and blessed to you.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, any one of these strategies can relieve stress and anxiety in the moment that you feel it. And choose which one to use, or perhaps a combination of all according to the time you have available to do it. So maybe you only have a few moments, so you can choose to take some deep breaths, the 4-7-8 breath, cleanse and clear, then move on. Or perhaps you have longer, so you choose to do a 5 or 10 minute simple breathing or special quiet place meditation. Maybe it's anxiety about a particular thing, event, or person. So you practice imagining the outcome you do want, the way you want to feel during that experience so that you can feel better in the moment and not waste your time and energy on worry. Energy is flowing to what you do want, and where focus goes, energy flows, creating more of it. So, however, getting into the habit of setting your intentions daily on how you want to feel throughout your day, segment intending each part of the day goes a long way in maintaining your vibration and giving less opportunity for stress and anxiety to come into play. So I have taught these strategies to parents, teachers, and children, and they have felt and seen the results in their day-to-day lives, as well as the additional benefits it continues to bring to them. I just want to give you a little bit of feedback, a short little video here, so hopefully you will hear.
Hi, my name is Yvonne McPhail. I work at MCOT School as a TA. Mindfulness that I actually tried is actually works. It helps me to maintain my headaches, my stress, keeps me relaxed, and it's actually good for students and stuff like that when they're having a little bit of problems they can't get through anyway. They could actually resolve themselves and relax. It's been a good impact on me. I actually do it in the afternoons when I feel stressed at work, and I think you all should try it. Mindfulness is something that you all really need to get into because it actually helps your health, your body, and your mind. Thank you.
Mindfulness sessions have helped me to become much more aware of my feelings and my thoughts as well, my emotions, and definitely to manage my stressful days a lot better, really. And as for my students, for my class for 9AC, I would say the students are very happy to have a pattern every week, to have a moment of relaxation, probably, that they cannot have in other lessons. Some kind of space, and definitely by using techniques like meditation or breathing, simply breathing, I've witnessed how calm they can actually be in a session. Therefore, I really think they will benefit from these sessions a lot in the future, as well as the staff. Obviously, because I've seen a few colleagues attending to the sessions, and we all agree with the same, that it's actually something that really works. That works well to cope with the stress a lot better.
Me personally, I just found it so refreshing, and I was so proud that we did it at our school. I would tell all my friends we do mindfulness at our school, and everyone would be really impressed, just because it's a hectic, chaotic job. So it's important that you take the time for yourself to breathe, and it just makes you better at your job, basically.
Oh, for me, I've been practicing it in my personal life off and on for a couple of years, and I find it helps me in all the same ways it helps the kids. It helps me focus. It helps me deal with my emotions, understand who I am, and just try to live in the moment. Because, like I say, if you're thinking about the past or the future, you're not here. And I think that's the best thing about it, is it teaches you how to be here for yourself and for the people around you.
There we go. So that's just a little bit of feedback from some of the people that I've worked in the schools and parents. So when we plant the seeds of openness, awareness, presence, and acceptance, it just gives the opportunity for all of these other things to bloom on our tree, such as social intelligence, love of learning, creativity, curiosity, perspective, humility, forgiveness, hope, all the beautiful things that we want to cultivate, all the beautiful positive feelings that we want to cultivate in ourselves. And it all starts with the seeds of awareness, openness, acceptance, and presence. So I hope you found instant relief in your stress and anxiety levels in this brief practice of these 5 mindful strategies. I know for sure that once you practice these strategies on a regular basis, your stress and anxiety levels will deeply diminish, creating a feeling of empowerment in your mind, body, and spirit. So as you've stayed with me until the end, as promised, the 5 mindful strategy flashcards are yours. These are handy little go-to tools to remind you of the strategies and to practice them. And if you're watching via Facebook, then please comment flashcards below the video and I will get them sent to you. I also said there was going to be an extra gift. And as you saw going through this, I made reference to a mindful observation sheet that you could use to, reflect on the practice and how you feel. So I'm also going to include that for you to go ahead and develop your practice. Now, just one more thing. So for many of you, these 5 mindful strategies is all you need to take back control from stress and anxiety and power on through your week. However, there may be a few of you who would like further support and guidance in deepening these 5 mindful strategies and developing your own practice. Now, if this is you, then please join me on the 6-week course of the strategies to instantly stress and release anxiety, so you can power through your week, showing up positively for you and your family. Now, in this, the bonuses that are coming will be 2 live Zoom group sessions with Q&A and recording of the sessions. I'm also going to give you the 30-day Mindful Gratitude Journal ebook to help you get started on your mindful journey. 3 steps to supercharge your day in the morning through amazing tactics that you can do to just power up through the morning. We also have a morning power up meditation that you could listen to as you're going through the day. I made reference to a book that I wrote for the children called Empowering Children to Discover Their Genius ebook. So I will also add that into the offer. And of course, you will gain skills and capabilities that transform how you feel every day. And that is priceless. So this is a total value package for $884. However, I am going to give that for $197. Just one more thing. As a special offer for the School of Self-Mastery, I'm going to further reduce that to $97. And hopefully I will get some testimonials as feedback from that as well. So for $97 for the School of Self-Mastery for that 6-week program. So if you're interested, please send me a direct message. I'm Messenger at Melenie Hibbert, or you can WhatsApp me on 7920-130-128, or email at mel@the Primary Learning Centre. Or if you're on Facebook or anywhere else, or you want me to reach to you, just comment 6 weeks in the chat and I will reach out to you. Okay, so that's it, everybody. Those are your 5 mindful strategies to instantly de-stress and release anxiety so you can power through your week. And I really hope that you have those that you can take away with you, and that you felt a change and a shift in how you was feeling in the moment right here and now, and that you got some value and benefit with what I just shared with you. Thank you for your time and your energy. Very much appreciated. Blessings, everyone.
Amazing presentation, Melanie. Thank you so much. I used the time over here in the meantime to send you guys your one other bonus that we promised to everybody who will join the session here in School of Self-Mastery, which is the 4D decision box, okay, which is a combination of planner from Napoleon Hill and President Eisenhower. So it's already there. You can just download it from the chat over here. And whoever is watching us on Facebook, if you already commented flashcards, this bonus will also go straight to you. So you don't have to comment anything else, but you can if you want to. So this is the 3 bonuses altogether are coming to you, and I definitely recommend to follow up on Melanie's offer, especially those of you who are in the School of Self-Mastery. Special offer for you guys. So do that if you need more release from stress or more release from anxiety. I know that this is something that we all deal with these days. If you're not, you got to be a robot.
That is so true, isn't it? You just got to think, because emotions are everywhere. And one thing I would say is that once we develop our awareness of how we feel, we then begin to recognize that we can actually control how we feel. We have that power. Too often we're like leaves in the wind, blowing whichever direction the wind is taking, whatever way the storm is going, that's the way we're going. That's the way that's flowing all over the place. And to take back that power, to take back that control is an amazing uplifting thing to do. And also that is the one thing that we can control, which is ourselves. And our power to change things or to change things around us is how change begins with us, and it's how we look at things and how we see things. I could go on and on and on. So let me just stop.
Leave something for the course. Leave something for the course. All right, guys, we can stay a little bit longer to have just a Q&A, if you have any other questions to Melanie right now. We will disconnect from Facebook though, so if somebody is watching on Facebook, as far as I see, Gilles and Pauline are still there, you can join us on Zoom for the Q&A. If somebody needs to go, that's okay. But if I can ask everybody to just turn on your camera just for a little bit, because I want to take a snapshot of us over here. Okay. So if that's okay with you guys, just turn it on for a moment.
I'm on the streets, Mike. I'm sitting on the street and watching this.
No worries. No.
I was wondering why you had a mask on there, but then I thought she's outside.
Yeah, because I'm in a lockdown city right now, and everybody's strict, and this is my new place, so I am just sitting here watching it. My kids will not let me watch.
A bit closer to your face so we can see you.
Can you see the street?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Empty.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So put your smile on, and we're gonna take a snapshot. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Got it. Okay, amazing. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Melanie. It was awesome.
Thank you.
I'll reach out to you. I'll reach out to you for sure.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Elfie. Thank you. I need to get a copy of this chat box.
Yeah, no worries. The chat box, I'm gonna have the whole script so I can send it to you as well.
Yes, please. I'd love to be able to go through these comments. That would be amazing.
Mike, I can't see the link from your self-mastery. Where is the link?
Link to what?
The self-mastery.
The link of the bonus from self-mastery. There's no link.
It should be on in the chat box in the form of a PDF.
I saw it, but I think probably I'm on the phone, so it's not showing. I don't know. Not sure.
Okay, no worries, guys. If you're not gonna be able,
it's okay if I don't.
This from here, then just reach out to me. I will pass the extra bonus through your messenger or through your email. Okay.
Done. Good night, everyone. My kids are waiting, so I need to leave.
Say bye-bye.
Yeah. See you.
Facebook, guys, and see you on the other session. Next week, we'll have a session that we're going back to basics. We're going to talk about a little bit about flagship framework and how you can start your business and sell information online. Okay, so see you next week, and we're going to tune into Q&A.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, guys, so we're off. Facebook is off. We're all in here, just in a private room right now. So
hi guys, my kids are waiting for dinner, so I need to go in.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
See you.
Bye, Shika. Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Okay, guys, so actually,
thanks, Melanie. It was awesome. Bye.
Actually, I wanted to talk to you not only about the content, but obviously this is definitely something to follow up on, but also, like I said, for many of us over here, this is also a good example of flagship framework, which is what most of you should be doing if you're not doing it yet, right? And you can give some feedback about that as well, you know, like the form and where it hit your points, right? Where you would add, where you would put less, or so on and so on. So let's just chat.
So tell me what you thought, guys. Tell me, what did it look like in terms of a flagship framework, or was I missing any elements? Was it too much writing and thingy, or what?
Melanie, Lucy, I just want to say that it was really great to see that you do so well. And of course, yours lends a lot to interaction, which is great, because it's a do thing. And not only that, but you get results immediately, which is great. There was only one section that I would do, you know, where you had the flagship with the things that you were saying, and I had my eyes closed, and then when you came back on, you had it all written there. I don't think you need that part, because I thought maybe you were just talking off, you know, coming out.
Pretty much am in some elements, but it's just to enable. I put it like that so that whoever's doing it for themselves have got the words, or have got something to be able to guide themselves on it. That was my reasoning for it. Just to be able to, you know, these are strategies that I want you to take away from it. So if I am just sort of riffing the words off of my mind, which I could easily do, it makes it a bit harder for you to then go home and do the same. So that's why I put some of the script there to enable you to have a basis to start. And then as you start, you're able to then add your own words, your own thoughts and kind of things. But that's what that was about. But I understand what you mean, because it can be a bit disconcerting if you open your eyes and then see all the words there.
And you had that strip on the left that had all the words too. And
that's your flash. I was showing you how the flashcard linked to the you know, each one, because the flashcards are what you're going to get. So that's what that was. But I can work with it and see and to move things around and stuff.
Yeah, I'm
you know, that
listening
was
to this, and just like something pops into my head, like a sort of solution for this. You didn't really mention at the beginning that you can give them slides, right? That the slides will be available, and I think that might actually release the pressure, because people will, you know, maybe some people would like to take notes or whatever else.
Yeah.
If you put
that would make a big difference. You're right.
From the very beginning, and actually remind some people on the go, right? Like, don't worry about the slides, guys. You don't have to watch them right now. You don't have to read this thing right now. I will give it to you later on, right?
Yeah.
Right now,
Okay.
you know, be in the moment, do the thing.
Yeah, because the reason, okay, that's a very good point. Because when I was doing the funnel structure, I had the slides as part of my order bump. And so it was part of what was on offer in the order bump part, which is probably why I didn't say it in my mind, didn't think to say, okay, you can get the slides, because in the funnel structure, the slides is added in the order bump part. But in this structure, that could actually be, because the slides and the mindfulness, the observation forms, the sheets and things that go with each thing, that's all part of the order bump kind of thing. So as we're doing a Facebook strategy, maybe that could be my elements could be added into it.
Yeah, because one bonus, like you're giving the flashcards right now as a bonus for joining. I'm thinking maybe flashcard could be a part of your offer stack, and the slides for the session could be something that you give as a bonus.
As the bonus.
For everyone who just tuned in to the session, right? Whether it was on Facebook or Zoom.
Yeah.
And then if they want the flashcards, well, then they can take the order bump. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I get you. So do the slides as the bonus for staying to the end, the presentation. Thing is that if you don't know what it is that you're staying, the slides of a presentation for me is not going to be a bonus enough to want to stay to the end, because what if you don't like the presentation? Do you get what I mean? To get the slides of it.
But you can explain what's on the slides, right? Like you have, you know, throughout in this presentation, you have like a written strategy for every single thing that you presented, right? So you can tell them that they will be able to repeat this whole thing on their own by just using the slides.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, so you can give it like a one paragraph of explanation why these slides are valuable.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Now, one other thing from my side, I feel like this kind of session is sort of like sensual, and I feel that it's really important for this to have a very good audio. The quality of audio should be good, so it would possibly be a good idea to invest in a microphone. The microphone, when you can have very close to your face, and even if you're whispering, it's going to be very clear when we hear you. Lucy knows something about it because she is attending other sessions, right? When they are doing some mindfulness and stuff like that.
And it makes a big difference. Especially with your voice is wonderful when we're visualizing. So it would be really very it would add an extra element to it.
Yeah. So I need to get better headphones and mic. Yeah, is that what you're saying to me? Because my headphones was rubbish.
No, not just headphones, not just regular headphones. This is the
mic.
A proper mic. Yeah, proper mic is what you're saying.
It's the mic that makes a difference.
It's a special microphone. I will send you the link to the example of it.
Yeah.
Because this is a microphone that's reducing the noise around, and it's really, really good.
Oh, is it one like that one that Mac is holding?
Not like that one. This is like a regular one. The one that I'm is like a there is a special name for it, but I can't remember right now. I'll just
not like I'm showing here. The lavalier mic.
Not this one. This one is sort
of
like
it on Amazon.
What is that one that you've got there, Mac?
Let me
Mac,
just,
what was that one?
Mac is my computer.
That's cute. That's cute.
But that's a lavalier mic. This is the mic that what's his name? Paul Gordon recommends from face dancing.
yeah. But this is a good microphone for like a normal session. But what I'm talking about over here with Melanie, this is like a next level thing, because those are the microphones that are they're much more sensitive than this one. And she, like, for her,
Usually this big.
what I said is, like, even if you're using the whisper voice, you want to
How about this?
like the breathing, right? And
Yes.
everything.
Wow. Look at that one that he's got there.
This is for podcasts. Look at this, Paul.
Mike.
Let me see.
Mike.
Yeah, so that's also not the one I'm talking about.
No, because this has a big microphone.
Could you just send it to everyone?
Yeah, Mike, send it to all of us, please.
I'm just Googling right now, so let me.
You don't have to do it now.
But just share the screen with you guys. This is what I'm talking about. Let me open. This is a type of microphone I'm talking about.
You know what? My nephew brought that up to me. My nephew recommended that to me, actually.
The same one?
The identical one, because I'm ordering. We were talking about it day before yesterday, and he told me what I sent to him for my lead magnet. It was he said the sound wasn't impressive, and I needed to get a decent mic.
No,
so
this one is like really next level. The one that Gilles was showing is also very good. It's like for normal sessions is more than enough, more than you need. But these microphones, like I show you another one for here, for instance. Right? Oh,
yeah,
no.
a lot of people use those big ones, the round ones. Those, yeah.
So like these kind of microphone, they really, like when you're showing breathing, for instance, Melanie, and you want people to hear how you breathe in and breathe out.
Yeah.
These microphones will allow to do that.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. Will you send us the exact one you're talking about, Mike?
So I can send you the link. I pretty much just, as you can see, I just type in a Google, and those are like all different options. So there is a lot of different prices. They start from like the 100.
What currency is that?
Yeah.
This
US.
is Malaysian ringgit. Malaysian.
Oh, that's Malaysian. Okay.
So for if you convert that to dollars, it's going to be probably 4 times less than you see on the screen.
Okay.
Right. So
actually,
like a good, really good
Blue
one.
Yeti. You like the Blue Yeti?
Blue Yeti, for instance, that's going to be something around $300, I would say.
Okay.
Maybe a little less. Right.
Okay.
But this is really like big deal. I've seen people who are doing online yoga classes, right? And in yoga, you know that you have the breathing is important, right? So they want to show you how do you do the breathing, and they want people to hear the breathing.
Yeah.
These microphone, and then you can really see like, and it's just going.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
So that's sort of like from my perspective, I feel it will really benefit your session. Make it like more sensual and like I really experience the thing, you know.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant.
All right.
Yeah,
guys.
I wanted to say, Mel, you did a great job. It was very inspiring and
thank you.
informative. I guess with the text, it would be great to see the slides for me, because to be honest, I did not pay attention to the slides because it was so interactive. There were times when I started making notes of what I was going through, so I didn't pay attention to what was on the screen. So for me, afterwards, seeing it if it's, let's say I wanted to do it again, I would have the slides to help me, to help to guide. So
all right.
Great. The interaction, it actually really connected me to things that sometimes you don't realize how much you're just going, and you think you're taking care of you, but just doing the exercise, it made me think deeper than how where I've been functioning from. So great job. Loved it.
Thank you.
Loved it very much.
Thank you. Oh, I'm going to be skinning my teeth all day today.
You're ready to go out and sell it. It's ready to go. All you need is that microphone and you're on your way.
Yeah.
I have to praise Melanie for the fact that she put together the testimonials. This is really, really good stuff. And if you have any, definitely put them in at just before presenting your offer stack, right? That's going to build the credibility. So this was really, really good. And the testimonials were good, you know, like they sounded authentic. They were not like studied, you know, like people were just like reading text from they were just saying whatever they were saying, right? So that was really cool.
Brilliant.
All right.
Great.
What I liked about her presentation was how everything flowed. Like she knew everything. That like what was the slides that were presented, you said them, you said those words, you knew those words, you know your stuff, you know. So it didn't sound to me you weren't reading, you knew them. So that's what I really enjoyed about it. Yeah.
Did you spend a lot of time to practice it, Mel? No,
not really. The thing is because I've been teaching them for so long, those type of things. So the teaching in that sense, what I spent time was putting the PowerPoint together, and you know, the wording, a lot of the wordings is prompting for me just to keep the flow going in that sense and what have you. But a lot of the time was the actually just putting the PowerPoint together, and working in terms of the framework of working which strategies just flowed naturally into each other, but still could be used independently or together kind of things. And I wanted it to build on each other because there's so many strategies. And when I go into my 6-week course, I'll be adding other elements. It's not just those 5 strategies, but of course it will be adding other elements and some success strategies in there as well. And also very much about how you can teach those same things to your children or other younger people and that kind of thing.
That's what I wanted to mention as well, right? About the children stuff, because we actually practiced mindfulness in 2 of my previous schools, and I realized they add some stuff to it. So for instance, with the breathing exercises, they would put a soft toy on their chest,
or on your belly, and watch the toy rise up and down as they're breathing or something. So you can allow them to use visual things to recognize what's happening in their body. So you can put it's like a visual cue to see the movement in their body, you know, and help them feel where certain things are going. So there are many ways in that. And the balloon, like the thing is of the blowing up of the balloon and deflating the balloon. There's other tactical things.
Another thing I remember was the music component to it. So they would put like a background music of water, like running water. That was just another additional way for the child to focus on the moment, right? To hear,
absolutely.
Listen to hear what's happening, right?
I was just thinking, Michael, as you're saying, water would make me want to go to the bathroom.
But it's a different kind of, it's like, you know, it's like I don't know, waves, for instance, you know.
And see that and I forgot to mention it in the flow of it, because then it came to my head while I was in the flow of it, but then forgot to say it and moved on. So in the she said the special quiet place one, that one, when I do that with children, I start with an art activity. So I get them to draw their place first,
Right.
to create it in that kind of thing, and then we take that picture, and then we go into meditation. And they're now going to imagine themselves in the picture that they just created of the place that they wanted. And it really just sort of like helps them to solidify that imagery in their head when they're doing that mindful meditation. Awesome. So each one of these things are different ways of adapting it with the children, and there's so much more that can be added as you go through it in that way, you know. A lot of the time it's just, as I was saying, you know, I didn't go into the ins and outs of breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. I wanted it to be a simple, straight go-to that you can do and not have to think about mechanics of it. Just feel the power, feel the impact, and then as you move along, as you get into your practice, then you can start learning about what is the benefit of when you breathe through your nose in that practice, or when you exhale sharply through your mouth, or those sort of things, and noticing the difference and that kind of thing as you get deeper into your practice. I just didn't want to add too much confusion. I just want you to breathe. Just breathe. Breathe deeply. Do you know what I mean?
It's also congruent with what we've been saying before, like at the beginning, just give people some quick win, right? Something that they can implement right away, instead of overcomplicating things and try to be, you know, like all the expert on things, right? Now, but once we're talking about all these things right now, I'm thinking for the future also how to improve the slides of your session. As you said, there's and Lucy mentioned, right, that a lot of text might be a little bit distracting, but on the other hand, visuals might actually help, which means between your text slides, you might actually add some visuals of people doing the thing, right? Either adults or children, right? With, you know, with these soft toys on their bellies, or whatever, like mom doing it with a child, or in the office environment, people doing it, or in the park, or wherever else, you know, that they might be. So adding these visuals between the text slides might actually be very helpful. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Also, it will bring the extra credibility, because, you know, people will see those people as practitioners of your program.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. It looks like some imagery that I can slot in between. That's great.
All right, guys. So I think like if anybody else would like to share, or maybe have some questions as well, both regarding the flagship framework or regarding the Melanie's content.
No, it was great. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alfie.
I think we're good here, guys. So thank you so much one more time for coming.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your feedback. Very glad that you felt a shift, that you got a result there and then. That's brilliant. Mike, if you can send me the contents of the chat, I really want to just go through it and just kind of like pick, and then I'm going to go on Facebook and have a look at the comments there. I'm also going to send you, Mike, the flashcards.
Totally.
And the bits, so that you can help me get them to everybody, please. That would be great.
Sure, I would be good.
And then if I have any follow-up, like, so if people do want to take on the 6 weeks course, I'm going to be coming to you, Mike, and go, Mike, what do I do now?
No worries. We got to
help me out on that next bit, kind of thing. So yeah.
Just to remind you, as like most of you over here are actually in the program, the last session for OFA Lab, we're going to talk about this follow-up, what Melanie just said right now. So what happens if people are actually interested, or even if they're not, what do you do next after you deliver your flagship framework, to make sure that you actually making sure that you're converting the prospects into clients. It requires a follow-up. You don't leave it with this. This is important, but this is only a conversation opener, this flagship framework. And the conversion happens after, through the sequence of the messages that you send.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I want to.
How how much time between Melanie's flagship framework and her, how much time did you take between your lead magnet and your flagship framework?
Between releasing the lead magnet and flagship framework?
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on your strategy. Basically, it's all about designing your marketing campaign, right? Because lead magnet is something that is starting your marketing campaign, right? The moment you start releasing, like sending the lead magnet to people, this is the moment when your marketing campaign started. And then within the next week, 2 or 3, according to Dean Graziosi, he has a special 23 days marketing campaign, as far as I remember, right? So he breaks it down to every day what you do, and you follow this strategy. Most of the strategies that I've seen, for example, from Russell is doing it faster. It's like around 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks, and then he's moving on to the next stage. 2 weeks, and then you can see for one funnel away challenge, right? The one funnel away challenge starts, and every 2 weeks you have new one funnel away challenge, right? And then within these 2 weeks, they're releasing new ads promoting the 5-day lead challenge. They're releasing new ads giving away some freebies and basically driving the traffic to their one funnel away, right? So that's so there you go. You got like anything between 2 weeks and 3 weeks. I wouldn't go for more than 3 weeks because people forget. You know, like you send them a lead magnet a month before, and then 1 month later they might not really remember what they get from you.
Yeah.
And how long would you go before you get to your module from the flagship?
That was going to be my question. Yeah.
Okay, so this is obviously is going to be individual with the customers, because now you're going to have 3 different type of customers, right? One type of customers are the emotional buyers. They will just buy right after, right? Even during the like you send them the link right now and they will go and buy. If they're like, they were in the mood because you put them in the state of mind, right? That they had an instant release. They want to have more of that, and they go and they buy, right? So it's going to be right away. Now others, they will need a little bit more of convincing, right? So they will wait for your follow-up, and only after you follow up with them and they go through your sequence of messages and the logical reasons why they should join you, right? And what else is in your stock, and why is it worth it? You convince them, and then they buy. And so the sequence that you're sending, like I said, is a little bit individualized, because you should wait at this initial stage. I'm not talking about the moment when you actually have everything automated, but at this initial stage when you're actually contacting people one-to-one, you want to wait for the answer. You don't just want to send like 1 message, 2 message, 3 message, 4 message, and you don't even have a feedback. You don't know what the person is thinking, right? So you send a message and then you wait. If the person answers you the same day, then you can send the second message the same day. But if the person answers you the next day, well, then you should wait until the next day with the next message, right? So it might be anything between 1 and 3 days, for instance, right? This follow-up. When you automate, Russell say, do alternate days. So you send a message, wait a day. Send a message, wait a day. Send a message, wait a day. Right, like that. So you can say that, you know, depending on how many messages is in your sequence, you might be following up with people for up to a week even, right? And then the last message in your sequence, like the closing message in your sequence, is the message to all these people who are like the third kind. So we call them FOMO, right? So those, they need a deadline. You can give them the reasons, you can give them the everything else, but they just need to feel like, okay, there is this moment when this is going to go away, right? The fear of missing out. And they will buy, they will wait until the last moment, and they will buy just before the cart is closing, right? Because they just don't want to miss out, right? So that's going to be the last message in your sequence. It's going to be very clear stated that the cart is closing this and this time, And if you're not going to take it now or before this time, this offer is going away. And you won't be able to take it anymore with this price or with this bonuses. Not that it's, you know, it's disappearing, but, you know, with this particular setup, with these bonuses and with these extra things that you have, that's it. After that time, this offer doesn't exist. And that has to be true, by the way. You cannot like say, you know, like, yeah, this offer is going away, but then the next week it's still there. because it might work for a short period of time, but the moment people will see that it's actually just like, you know, fake scarcity, then you will lose the trust, right? So yeah, those are the three different options, right? Emotional buyers, logical buyers, and FOMO buyers. And you have to address all three of them. I would say it's going to take you up to a week, right? Spread your messages across the week, and then you will actually know how many people from all the people that reached that you reached with your flagship framework bought. One other thing though is also this, that sometimes you have the live session and these people are hearing this message today, but then you have the replays, and the replays might be watched the next day and the next day and the next day, right? So it's actually, it might spread in time even more, right? Because if you want to follow up with the people who watched the replay, you want to be very specific and clear to tell the people, okay, let me know that you watched, right? So Melanie mentioned about the putting in the code word for the bonuses. I would also suggest do the same thing at the beginning of the session. Be very specific to tell people to write down, like in the comments, if you're tuning in as a replay, please let me know, because then I will be able to give you the bonuses, you know, or whatnot. But for what it does to you is that whenever somebody comments, you know, okay, somebody watched, let's say 3 days later, and then you still have to do the whole follow-up with that person, right? So I would say, you know, like you can say something like this, that you tag me if you're watching a replay, so I can deliver some extra feedback, right? So this this is like an additional thing. Yeah. That answers your question, Dion?
Yep.
All right. Any other questions? Any other things that we can discuss?
Thank you.
We're good?
Cool. Brilliant.
You didn't, when exactly is the last class for this group?
Right. So the last session for OFA Lab will be the next week. It was supposed to be this weekend, but I felt like some people are still just catching up with the flagship framework, and I wanted everybody to be on the same page. So in the next week, we're going to have the last session with all these follow-up sequences. And after that, I will still be available to everybody who is on the individual coaching, so we can finish our stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Melanie, kid in a candy store.
Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, Mike.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Wonderful day, and Sally, have a great evening, I think, for you, right?
Brilliant. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.